Well, yeah, I was a wedding singer for a hot minute. It was cool. It was cool. I was just dance. They had me doing all like the James Brown, Usher, sexy black man stuff, and so
Which is crazy because you're a really small white guy.
right. So I would have like the bridesmaids and like the bride's mom always at the front, like, oh my gosh, who is that?
So you didn't do, what was that song that they did in, was it Old School or Wedding Crashers?
I
where
need you
turn
more
around?
than ever. I bleep need you
Oh,
more.
you better sing. No, I never sang that. If I was singing anything, it was like "Kiss" by Prince, and I was like doing a lot of pelvic thrusting and stuff.
So I DJ'd probably close to 500 weddings, and the money was good, but the time sucked.
Yes, people really have some budget when it comes to their weddings. So that was dope. But I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was just on the weekends. Like it was like during college. So like I would like have my tests on Friday. Then we would like drive to whatever city it is, like Friday night, be there Saturday. And actually was like 3 days, like every time. Like, now that I think about it.
But this sounds like it sounds legit. Like this was big time, right? This was not like you guys were making some pretty good money.
Oh yeah, no, they were like they had budget. It was like what they call like the best wedding band in Texas, the one that I was with, but don't they all say that? But it was like super dope. It was like a full production, like lights, dancer, like it was like a lot.
Right.
So you have this beautiful baritone voice, and you sound almost like what Tad sounds like when he has a cold.
Yep.
So I imagine, what do you sound like when you have a cold? I mean,
Oh.
does it even register on a speaker?
No, I give like Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
That's pretty much for the most part. It's just a very, very, very deep. You listen to smooth jazz in the morning, like that.
And Drex got that wrong. It's not when I have a cold. It's when I'm hungover that I sound like that. My voice drops a couple of octaves.
I mean, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was going to say, boy, you have a cold on Thursdays and Fridays most weeks.
Yeah, every Friday I come down with something and then magically recover. Now, American Idol was not your first contest. How many contests have you been involved with?
Like way too many. I don't even feel proud saying how many contests I've tried to do prior to Idol.
What was one that stands out? Tell us your most embarrassing contest.
Okay, this isn't embarrassing. This is really just sad and depressing. I was on the 4, the one that was on the other station, and I was got super super far, and I was standing right there about to walk out to do my TV thing, my debut. It's time. We're about to go off. It's my moment. You only get one shot. And then they wrote me out last second. Boom. It was done. They're like, okay, we already had a guy that looked like you go. So we're going to next person. And so they're like, we'll put you on the next episode. The executives came. They're like, we really, really love your talent. We're just going to find a place for you. And they didn't find a place for me. And so all last year, I was graduating college, I was super excited. So it was super sad about it, super distraught, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me, yada, yada, yada. And then, God did his little I got you, boo. I have a plan. And then he was and then, Idol happened out of nowhere. It just kind of fell into my lap. And then, it just was super, super great and successful.
There's possibly someone listening to us right now that's pumped about the auditions in Macon, I believe on the 24th. Is that right, or 23rd?
Tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? Oh, wow.
Friday.
Friday.
Is that the 23rd?
23rd.
Let's get the date right. 23rd. We don't want anybody showing up
That's
on the
right.
wrong
We'll
day.
edit
My
that in.
dreams.
Yeah.
I did. No.
Or they show up tomorrow and they're camping for 4 days and they just smell repulsive.
So there are people listening right now that are headed down to Macon for Friday to audition. They're going to step in front of those judges. What should they do and what shouldn't they do?
I think something that I think that it's super simple to think of, but it makes a lot of sense when I say it out loud, is be yourself, but don't be yourself in front of your parents. Be yourself when you're in front of your friends. And then pick a really, really dope song. Pick a couple really dope songs. My thing is I just always want to be not like everybody else. So I know my strongest suit is my performance style. So I didn't care that I was in a room with how many other people. I was I was like jumping on the tables and like I was like dancing and I was on the floor. Like I was like in there. I was like not playing. So.
You're almost like the Sasha Fierce, but not because like I've interviewed Beyonce before and she's kind of low key and she's kind of shy, but then she goes on stage and you're like, who is this person?
It's it's just a different. My thing is like either you're gonna like kill it or like why are you on stage? And so my thing is like I always try to give like the Super Bowl every time I like get on stage. And so that goes into my auditions because they're not going to see it and you're not going to get it unless I show you. You know what I mean? Like if I don't show you, then you're never going to know that I can do that because that's not really a thing that most people are really doing anymore, giving like all of that. And so whatever your strong suit is, really make sure it's polished and like go for it. Like don't be scared. Get in their faces, give them a TV show, let them know what's up. It's like your chance. So.
What's your signature song?
I don't know if I have a signature song, but I'm like very good at up tempos. I'm very good at fast songs. Like I'm very good at like that and making people like put their phones on and be like, whoa, he's like not stopping moving. I feel like, you know what I mean?
You said act like you're hanging out with your friends, not like you're hanging out with your parents.
Yeah.
Explain that a little bit further.
Well, when I'm with my friends, I'm one type of way. When we're going to the club or when we're chilling at a kickback, and I'm with my parents, I'm on there very another type of way. I'm chilling. Hello, mother. Nice to meet you.
Putting on a show for your own parents?
Would you like some water?
You don't think they see through that? They're your parents.
Oh, probably. But I like to live in a world where I'm doing a great job of hiding.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, what a nice boy.
So you do well on Idol, and now what's next?
Great music. Great music. So, I don't know if y'all watched like my first audition and Katie asked me, who are your musical inspirations? Who do you want to have a career like? And I was like dropping all these really, really cool names of people that I've looked up my whole life. So, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, Rick James, rest in peace. All those guys. Well, like, I didn't know, but they like watched the show.
Wow.
Like they thoroughly watched Idol. Not even like, cause Bootsy was telling me, he was like, bro, your performance of Play That Funky Music, like, now Bootsy was saying he don't watch TV, but he said he watched TV this one day, and he said some kid in this huge fur jacket walked up on the stage trying to do funk. He was like, okay, and then he's like, and then you killed that shit, and I was like, I need to meet this kid.
That's cool.
He DM'd me on Instagram, and so we're working on some stuff, and even George called me during Hawaii to like lift me up and like be like, man, you're doing a great job. I was he said he threw his shoe at the TV. When he saw me performing, he was like, what? Who is this boy? So just to, yeah, it's been really, really crazy. It's like a lot of exposure. I had no idea. Even y'all's receptionist like knew who I was. I was like, really? Wow.
All right.
I need to get out of my house more.
Well, listen, so the auditions are coming up. Any final words of advice for hopefuls? Besides act like you're not near your parents?
I don't know what to say. Everyone's so different, but I just really, really like know who you are as an artist. Know who you are as an artist, whatever that is. And I think that'll help you a lot because if you God willing, you do get into the competition and you start going far, there's a lot of people that like know a lot. And everybody has such just the best intentions for you. But nobody knows you because they just met you. You know what I mean? And so for me, like I know me the best. And so I know that this is what I look like. I know this is what I sound like. I know this is the kind of songs that I do. And if you know yourself well enough, you can like look someone in the face and be like, hey, I know you love me and I know you're trying to help, but that outfit is not something I would wear as much as you just worked with J-Lo. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Or this song is not necessarily a song for me, even though you're Beyonce's vocal coach. You know what I mean? Like, and I love you and I thank you so much for like trying to help me be the best, but can we like turn this way because I think this is more me. And I think that's something that my season had a lot of. It's like a lot of us really knew. Lacey knew what kind of songs Lacey would sing. Alejandro knew these are the kind of songs I sing when I sing my own songs. You know what I mean? Like and a lot of us knew like this is what I do and this is what I do best. And for me, like it was the same thing. And so I think it really, really helped us, and people really got to understand us as artists through the show, because we were just, every song we did was something that we would like put out. Like, you know what I mean? This is my sound. This is what I'm, very funk, pop, R&B. Like, you're gonna like have a show. Yeah. So.
How awkward was it standing next to Ryan Seacrest? Because you're a good 6'5" and he's a good 5'3".
I love Ryan Seacrest. I was like, that's my boo.
But how many
he's
phone
tiny.
books was he standing on? Because you got to have a use for phone books these days, and I
Right.
think it's for Ryan Seacrest to be able
To stand on?
Yeah.
No, he was like.
He stands on a pile of money.
I was talking about that. I was like, Ryan, you don't ever sleep. I was like, why are you hosting every show that I watch on television? And he's like, yeah, man, it's hard. It's like, it's a lot. But
Oh, I
gotta
bet
do
it
what I gotta
is.
do.
He goes in, they give him a bottled water. He walks out on stage. He reads from the teleprompter. I bet you that is a well-oiled machine, right?
He is like a professional host. Like he, all right, do it again. Okay.
There's no
Just
waste
does it
of
real
time.
quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like dope. I was like, you're like the epitome of whatever you do. You do it great. Like he kills it. And it was funny because the production was like telling me and Wade, he's like, you make sure every time you're by Ryan Seacrest, you guys stand next to him to just make him look real short.
That's funny.
They were just playing games.
Well, all the best luck to you in your career. I think one thing that you could ask some of these stars, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, is like, how do you get that longevity? Like, once you make it, that's fine. But like, even the biggest stars seem to have like several hits, and then it's like an NFL career where it's like, whatever happened to ... Very few have like are still performing in their 70s. So.
I mean, I just think like if you look at like the greats right now that are even still going, it's just like, really they took the time to like develop their craft so that they could have longevity. If you lose your voice by the time you're 35, you can't have a career anymore.
Right.
You can't go on tour anymore. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like when you thoroughly have developed your craft and you know how to maintain over a long period of time, then I feel like you can't, like, you know, then you can't, that's where longevity starts. It's just like in having a well-developed talent.
Yeah, and having your own, like you said, your own personality, your own thing that nobody else can do.
Yeah, that
right?
nobody else can really replicate.